Sorcery. This may well be, although I don't want to say it. I'm going to say it, but this may well be the last session of the Shamutanti Hills, because we recently got through Tanti and rested at the Crystal Waterfall. So next it's up here, although we do have to get past either here or here, and then it's the last settlement before Care, the city port of Traps, which is the next book. Alright then, so it might be. We'll see. Not going to force it. Let's go. Snore once again is very kindly decided. Oh, hang on, it's all wrong. Why is it something like that? Better. Weird. Okay. Alright, you rise early from your spot beneath the tree. As you gather your things, Jan leaps up onto your shoulder. Ready to go, he chirps. Now, Jan is I can't remember the name for it, but it's basically this green-winged fairy who got drunk last night and said, I love you. And he has just kind of joined us. So this winged little fairy dude. You pass through the village, which is now as quiet as the grave, and rejoin the path on the far side of Biritanti. The sun sits on the horizon like a gleaming jewel. If all goes well, you will reach Torrepani today, the last village in the Shamutanti Hills. After a short climb, the path breaks, heading uphill to the left and downhill to the right. You can choose a path, or you can ask Jan for his advice. So it goes through here, through whatever this is, or down here, past a small wooded area, a stream, and a cabin. Let's ask Jan for his advice. Which way, Jan? To the right is the forest. To the left, the going is easier. The path leads through a field of black flowers to Torrepani. Choose a path or press him for more information. Is the next one. Black flowers or this. We've got Skyrim music on the background. Should be fairly innocuous. Yeah, it is slightly 3D, isn't it? Put some work into it. They have. Can't tilt it or rotate it at all, as far as I know. But I mean, it seems innocuous, but then it's like black flowers, you know. So maybe it isn't. Maybe there's a reason there's two paths. I don't know. What else do you know? All right, let's ask him. You demand suspiciously. Nothing, protests the creature, and that's a fine way to talk to your guide. I'm not charging you for my advice, you know. You get no more from the creature. With Torrepani so close, hardly matters which way you go, surely. Surely. Go right, go left. So into the wooded area with the possible stream and possible cabin, or the meadow of black flowers. So left is flowers, right is the forest and the hut and the stream. I just said it's Skyrim music. Pay attention, Yellow. Maybe you just opt away. The benefit of the doubt. Yeah, this is Skyrim music. Skyrim, just relaxation. It's fine. It's just quite exasperating when you go out your way to say we're listening to Skyrim music, and then like 30 seconds later it's like, what music is this? But yeah, I get people like glued to the stream. It's cool. If it's a If there's tiebreakers, we ask Nightbot, don't we? So if it's a draw, just say it's a draw, and then we ask Nightbot. It's a draw. Alright. So the quote is, now, let's get you all horribly killed. Alright. Well, maybe that's to the right then. Well, I don't know. That's a tricky one. Now, he did say that the left pass was easier going, didn't he? So maybe the right is the way to go in that respect. Thing is, in that we have to, you know, say that we do the wrong thing. We have to hit the wrong choice. We don't know what the wrong choice is. So, but we've been told by our guide to go to the left. So let's go to the right. We go right, you decide. Then be on your guard. Jan warns you. Okay. You climb a rise. The way is not too steep, and as noon approaches, you have crested the ridge and are descending yet again. You are now at the highest point of the hills, where the trees are thin, the view west goes on forever, and sometimes you catch glimpses of Care on the northern horizon. Would you like to stop and eat, or keep going? We have 5 rations. Now, stopping and eating might increase our stamina by 2. It's a bit obscure about how that kind of works. Keep going. Okay. You decide not to stop and eat, but push on. Jan is in a talkative mood over the worst of his headache from last night's drinking, and fills the air around with his chatter about what he can see, how things smell, and what he plans to do once he makes his fortune in Care. You pass from the open hillside into a patch of deep forest. Quite suddenly, Jan falls quiet and hisses in your ear. Stop! Stop now! Ask him why, or stop, but say nothing. It's a weird choice, because you do just instantly just stop. If someone's like, whoa, stop! You just do, don't you? It's like an instant sort of reaction. Don't matter what the context is. You generally just stop! You just do. See, I don't think you are stopping if you ask why. No. I don't think you are. I think you're being a bit annoying, and you're just like wandering up, just wandering around. Stop! Why? Why am I going to stop and keep walking? You know. Stop but say nothing. All right. I mean, I think that's sort of a natural thing. I think, you know, it's not really like a conscious like choice. You know, when someone's like stop, or whoa, you know, you just do, don't you? Like whoa, what? You know. So stop. Okay. You come to a dead stop. Jan is right. Something is moving through the trees behind you. A moment later, a point of steel has emerged from the darkness between 2 trees and touches your neck. You've seen me, whispers a voice. I know it. That's weird, but okay. A lot of choices. Look into the darkness. Walk away. answer or draw my sword. There's about as many choices as there are voters. So this is going to be interesting. So you come to a dead stop. Something is moving through the trees behind you. A moment later, a point of steel has emerged from the darkness between two trees and touches your neck. I don't really understand what's going on. I don't know what scene it's describing, to be honest with you. No, I don't vote. The only thing I have is to look into the darkness. Okay, that's what we'll do. The only thing I do is, if it's a tiebreaker, I decipher what Nightbot is saying. That's the only power I have. You peer into the darkness of the trees. Nothing. Just shadows. And then you see it's a shadow with two eyes. Prepare to fight or ask who is there. Do you want to attack the darkness? Or who's there? Attack the darkness. Who gets that meme? Who knows that reference? Try to fight or ask who's there. Who's there? Who is there? Oh, yes. Okay, it's a lady. There is no... I think it's a lady. It's a very slight figure, isn't it? But it might not be. Oh, no, it's a he. Never mind. I assumed their gender. My bad. There is no reply, but the tall, dark figure of an assassin emerges from the trees. He is dressed head to toe in black, and you had not seen him a moment before, even though he had been standing a mere arm's length away. He wields a sharp scimitar in expert hands. Fight him or cast... He's the worst assassin ever. Why not just, like, kill me? Anyway, fight him or cast a spell. Okay, so with spells, we may have a couple of choices. Let me investigate the spell book to have a look and see what we can possibly do. We work quite a lot, you know. We can zap him with a lightning bolt, create a force field. Law isn't going to work because he's not non-intelligent. We can make him extremely clumsy, which will probably give him some kind of debuff. We can cast a fireball at him. We can create a wall, which is different than the force field. And various other things. We can make ourselves 3 times as big, possibly. Although, you know, another thing I have is that I get to decide which spells cast. Although it is a bit more of like a bit of a debate, but it's not really a vote. Not all of these spells will be available to us, so it's just throwing ideas out there. We can create a shield with walk. Unlock doors. So we got cast a spell. Okay, yeah, we got options. Let's see what we get here. See, walk's there. It will cost us a gold piece, but we can create a shield. Oh, that's one. What else have we got? We can probably zap him. Create lightning. That's 3 stamina. Hi, gentle mace. Brilliant. Oh, thank you so much. Gothic 1 seemed like a long time ago. But I did enjoy it. And I'm glad you did too. Thank you. I had a lot of help from the chat, but even so. Yeah, let's find out about that one. Although the skull cap doesn't control people. What it does is... Let's find it again. The user may then read the mind of any intelligent creature nearby, learning its weaknesses, the contents of nearby rooms, and other such details. And that's tell. Let's see if that's there. Yeah, it was definitely good times. Definitely good times, Gothic. I don't think tell's there. We do have like others. No, maybe not. Alright, so I'm possibly going to... It's either zap or create a shield. Create a shield will cost us a gold and less stamina, but give us a buff in combat. Zap will probably injure him if it hits. But it's 3 stamina, so I reckon they'll probably even out. So let's just do zap, because it won't cost us a gold. Zap! Oh. You cast a spell, but nothing happens. I should probably tell you, Ian whispers, minimize to protect by an aura. It's not a curse, sometimes. It's a curse sometimes, like now, because you can't cast magic while I'm nearby, and I'm not leaving while that assassin is here. Oh, so it was completely pointless regardless, but the spell still went off. Okay. It's alright, isn't it, Van Helen? I think it works better in the book. That's okay. But anyway, we can't cast it anyway, so after all that, it was pointless. So we're defending. We drag ourselves along. You know, we can go all the way up to 9 here to defend, but that will leave us nothing to attack with. Let's try 2.7. Oh, okay, that worked. The assassin bows to you, taps 2 fingers against his chest, and then takes his position. You quickly, you begin with a quick stab, expecting the assassin to be cautious at first. He covers himself. He's left breathless, but otherwise unharmed. That's 1 stamina point gone. I'll move you guys down a little bit, actually, so you're like there. Difficult. Anyway, he's got 7 left. Alright, now, so he didn't defend at all, so he's still got full bar here. We've used a little bit. I'm going to go kind of the same number. Oh, he really went in there, didn't he? Blimey. I guess because you exert yourself to cast the spell? I don't know. We can always go back and not lose the stamina. Next moment, he's on you like a flash. Your own stroke is overpowered. His own swing is devastatedly placed. Still to forgive you, he declares as he swings. The impact of his swing catches you on the side. He then pulls the blade clear and lifts you from the floor and kicks you in the stomach. My duty is to sever your head from your neck, the assassin declares, in a voice as cold as polished marble. You will not hold me from it. Well, I think we can go pretty much quite far in now because he's really extended himself, so... -2, so he's got 5 left. Time to attack. You swing your sword fast in towards his chest, outclassing his own sword swing. You knock the assassin staggering into a tree. He seems to be more surprised than hurt. No, he's pretty hurt. So we've got 4.4 left. He doesn't probably have anything. Let's go 2.2. Yeah, he don't have a lot left, so that's -1. The trees watch as the battle unfolds. Do they? Cleverly, you read his intent and attack efficiently. You sting with your blade, low and fast, saving your energy, but the impact clangs against his turned sword. He grins. The assassin spins about to shift the sword across his body. Okay. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? You're welcome to join it, Mace. You're absolutely welcome to join it if you want. Let's keep pressing with, like, this. Nice. Okay. -2. Brilliant. We've almost got him. Might as well go all in next turn. He changed his name and couldn't turn it back. Yeah, that's right. That's right. He changed his name and couldn't turn it back. That was fun. That was fun. The assassin is ready to leap back into the tree line as you come at him again. Blood drips from the assassin's tunic. He curses under his breath. You will die out here, declares, his tone like ice. Let's go all in. Oh, we just got us there. Then he is diving forward for your throat. Your attempt to fight back is knocked aside, for his own blow is measured, but enough to knock you reeling. The force of his blow bruises you in the stomach. You stagger back. You stagger away quickly, leaving a trail of blood across the dirt. I can guarantee you a simple death, the assassin tells you. His eyes are merciless. I thought we had him then, but he just had a bit more than what we thought. Let's go with that then. Should have been. Where's he getting all this from? Alright, I can't be bothered with the text anymore. Kill him! There we go. 7 stamina lost. Shameful. Sorry about that, guys. No, he's doing alright. No, we lost... No, he didn't. He lost 8, we lost 7. So there. So we could try again, but I think we'll be able to rest and stuff. We can always come back to this place if we need to. He turns and stumbles, releasing his sword as he topples. I am not so proud not to admit when I am beaten, he groans. You may finish me if you choose, but if you do me an honor and use my own blade. The assassin is not dead, but lies on the floor, gasping. Finish him and search his body, or spare him? Yeah, well, I'm not gonna use the. I'm not gonna count that. I don't know, Snow. I don't know. Do you want to show mercy? Maybe it will help us in the future. Maybe not. Or kill him and get some loot. And maybe I'll have something, maybe you won't. Difficult choice, this. Yeah, I don't know what we've done to spare him, okay. What we've done to offend him, though. Then get up, you tell him, holding your sword back, but not putting it away yet. He nods and sheathes his own blade. You are a worthy victor. I am glad to meet you. Now you have saved me. You owe me, in part. My name is Flanker, and I'm an assassin and a thief. Now you saved me, you owe me. What? Why would you owe him? Why did you attack me? What will you give me for your life? Those are the 2 questions you can ask him. You own me, not owe. Oh, brilliant. Sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what I was reading. So you're worthy victor, and I'm glad to meet you. Now you have saved me. You own me, not owe. In part. My name is Flanker, and I'm an assassin and a thief. So we've made an ally. Possibly. Honed and then owned. Why did you attack me? It's a simple matter. I pick on wayfarers for practice in hiding and in killing. I assumed you would be no match, especially when I saw your pet. He points briefly to the Mimite, who is currently hiding under a fold in your tunic. I see I was wrong. He bows his head once, perhaps in respect, perhaps from the pain of his injuries. You are travelling to Care? He asks. And you can reply, yes? No? Why do you ask? I mean, it should be fairly obvious that you are. This is the only place that the road goes, unless you want to stop at the next village. But we're obviously an outlander, an outsider. Yeah, do people want Snore to wait a little bit longer for the votes to get in? Anybody want to input on that? You know, say you're on a mobile device or something and it takes you a little while to on the votes and stuff. Let us know. We can just leave it another 30 seconds or whatever. We're not in a rush. I'd rather wait a bit longer and get more votes than have people miss out, you know? Yeah. No, we're definitely not local. I reckon you could speedrun this pretty quickly if you knew what you were doing. I don't think this is the sort of thing that would go on a Awesome Games Done Quick, though. Why do you ask? We ask. That is the way I am going. Perhaps I will not see you. Perhaps I will not see you again once we part now. But if I do, remember me. I will not forget the debt I owe you. Oh, so maybe he'll help in the next book. Maybe if you remember his name or something. So we can say, anyway, what is your business there? I will remember you. Or he is useless. Finish him. We'll remember Flanker. That's quite an easy name to remember. Yeah, it's one of those names that's like kind of cheesy, kind of a bit rubbish. So we're not gonna, forget it. Ironically enough, because of that. So you want to ask him what he's gonna do there in the city ports of traps. You want to say, okay, I'll remember you. Or are you thinking, actually, no, let's just kill him? What's your business there? He looks into your eyes for a moment, then answers. The nobles of the city have heard rumors. Goblins are reopening the old mines. They want to know why. So you can ask him, and have you found out? Or, they are arming for a war with the villagers. Because we learned that in Dumfus, didn't we? Or the place before that? But maybe we can tell him. Nobles of the city have heard rumors. Goblins are reopening the old mines. They want to know why. So we could actually let him know. If you guys want it. And have you found out? Or they are arming for a war with the villagers. Thanks, no. It's difficult for you. It's difficult for you to both do the voting and the chat in chat as well. But it's not a given that we would hear that, so that's obviously a bonus that we know that. Though the other one. Have you found out? Maybe you could tell him after that. Though I don't know. Maybe this is a one-time thing. I don't know how the book works. Okay. We're going to tell him. You guys want to tell him. They are arming for a war with the villagers. They are arming for a war with the villagers, you tell him. Remembering the conversation with the villagers in Dumfus. I would wager they are, Flanker replies. But it is not in search of iron that they have reopened the ancient workings. You know the history of these hills, perhaps. They have not always been so poor, so underpopulated. Once, great and powerful men lived here, men of great knowledge and sorcery. So you can reply by saying, long gone now, or ancient history is worthless. Oh, feel free to vote anyway, Mace. I mean, I'm not really sure what you mean about the context of the game, because it's kind of like what you see is what you get sort of thing. It's not a particularly serious or in-depth sort of experience, this, so just jump in and hit those buttons. Well, if you don't think history is worthless, then do the other one. But you're absolutely right, of course. You know, it isn't. But maybe our character thinks that it is. No. No, I didn't, Yellow, although I did hear about it. And I'm surprised, honestly. There's no story? Okay, well, I'll tell you the story, if you like. Okay, none of you think that ancient history is worthless. So the story, basically, I shall recap, is that an evil bad man in some fortress over there has stolen the crown of kings. And the crown of kings makes it so that people follow him. So we need to get it back off him because he's an evil king. So he's not allowed the crown of kings. So in order to get it back, we have to traverse the Shamutanti Hills, which has been this book. So this is the path that we've gone all around here, and then next, yeah, and then we run across there. Good memories. Next, we have to do this, and this is a separate book, and then there's some highlands or something, and then finally there's the evil bad guy's fortress. So it's not really story heavy. Anyway, sorry, we had votes. Because this is based off like an 80s, early 90s game book. So, designed for like, you know, teenage lads who, back then computer games weren't really a thing. So this was a way for nerds to enjoy D&D on their own, basically. As I did frequently. Long gone now. Flanker shakes his head. Gone. Not gone. Changed. There's a village of giants in these hills. That is what those men become. The ancient miners once ran a great city, spanning from Karkabad Sea as far north as the Jaka mines. That was where they mined the ore that forged the crown. And it is that metal, that power, which the goblins are searching for. If Manpag should rise, it will be their only hope. So Manpag is the bad area. So, will they find it? They must be stopped. The crown will be recovered. I'm not sure what mines he was talking about. And maybe there was... Maybe this is the village of... I don't know. We've been through most of the villages. This was the headhunters. We had fun there. Otherwise, we've been to a lot of the... Just didn't go to there. It's the only place we didn't go to. Anyway. We did avoid mine by the bridge. Yeah, and there's some other ones somewhere else. Yeah, so... Will they find it, you asked? Flanker breathes heavily and painfully. Perhaps, although they say the ancients left terrible guardians behind. He bows, he said again, this time it's definitely from pain. Go. You cannot aid me. So we can leave him, or we could actually insist and help him. Yeah, we did. Hi, Glass Turtle. Welcome in, how are you? Yeah, this isn't the first time we've done something like this. We've done Forest of Doom before. We've done maybe Caverns of the Snow Witch. Various other ones. House of Hell is a favourite because it's so freaking hard. Try and help him. No, you reply. I have caused your wounds. I will help you. He grins with gritted teeth. Are you a doctor? I do not think you are. So we can just let me help you finish him off, and then we can just like stab him, or we can try and bind his wounds. I like how it's always giving you the option. I gotta admit, I'll be surprised if you guys do decide, actually, yeah, let's just kill him. Despite us, you know, having like a quite cordial conversation with him after that. Yeah, I thought it'd be kind of a bit of a change of pace if you could do. Hello, Prince of God, if you decided, yeah, let's go and let's actually just kill him. Tearing strips of black fabric from his clothing, you bind. I like how he used his clothes and not ours. I like that. You bind his wounds tightly, and the bleeding lessens. You are too kind to a man who is about to kill you, he murmurs. Let that be your lesson, you reply. Gather up your things and head out of the forest, leaving him behind. You have a sense that you have made a powerful friend. Good to know that. Good to know. I think that's worked out quite well. I don't know whether that's actually appeared in our random notes and stuff. We don't really have any random notes. So we have to remember that for next time. Or whenever it happens. Flanker. If we ever come across any assassins and it drops a bunch of names, we pick Flanker. I'll probably override you guys if you don't, to be honest. How much longer do you think we'll be travelling today? The Minimite on your shoulder asks. I'm hungry and tired. We've had such a long day. So we can say, we can stop here. We can say, not much further. Or we can say, shut up! So we can't cast spells with him around. That's a big thing that we just learned. Give some context about where we are. We are pretty hurt. Putting out there. I don't know. That might be not much further, I guess. Okay, not much further. Unanimous. Minimite sighs and slumps on your shoulder. You continue along the path and around the side of a hill. A wooden hut is set into the slope, with an old woman sitting on the front step. A river seems to emerge from beneath her. As you get closer, you realize the water flows underneath her house, and the house itself is set on splayed struts like an insect straddling the watercourse. A few paces from the front of her house, the water plunges over the edge of a sheer cliff and disappears into the crystal waterfall that we ended up at last time. So we can say hello, we can greet the woman, or we can try and creep past. I'm going to say hello. Greetings, you call. The woman looks up at you and smiles. Come over here, won't you? I can barely see you. Walk past the house. Approach the woman. It's a little old lady. What could possibly go wrong? Not swaying you guys. It's difficult for me because, you know, I want to kind of discuss like what's going on in the game, but it's difficult to do it and seeming like I'm trying to point you in one direction or the other. But I've got to fill this space with something, and the thing that's happening in the game is the choice. So you know, it's difficult for me to approach this without seeming like I'm trying to sway you guys. But I'm not. I'm just kind of commenting that old woman in the woods, out here all alone. I'm definitely sure she's not an evil witch. Absolutely positive. Everyone, except two of you. So the two who voted walk past the house can be like, I told you so, if. Well, still, we got another choice. You approach the old woman. She smiles a toothless smile and gets up from the step. Come in, please, she beckons. I get so lonely living out here on my own, away from the villages. It's not up to me, Principal. You can go in. Or would you prefer to stay outside? To date? Okay. Now that is true. What's she going to use magic? Now the Minimite that we have, Jan, actually stops magic working around him. So that is something to bear in mind, because it's possible, I think, to reach here without Jan. I don't know, but we're going to go inside. We're fairly confident this is either fine or we'll be fine. Thank you. You follow her inside and take a seat by a long wooden table. I'll bring us some tea, she says. She sounds almost nervous. Hurrying to her kitchen, she returns with 2 large cups. Watch it, Jan whispers in your ear. Don't trust this one. Drink the tea or make conversation. Look at this face. How could you not trust a little old woman? So she's not going to cast a spell on us directly. I wonder why the house is built over the river. Well, you wouldn't need to drink it straight away, would you, anyway? It'd be fairly natural to let it cool a bit. You could just, like, you know, just role-playing type-wise. You just start blowing it a bit and be like, yeah, so how come you live out here by yourself type thing. Can't be a vampire, that's true. That's true. I think it was the crystals that were the healing thing, not particularly the water. Though that is true, it could have been the water. Because the water had healing properties, but it's only because it passed through the crystals, right? Maybe not, though. Maybe it was the water. I don't know. Anyway, make conversation. Tea is still hot. You cup it between your hands as you speak. So, what's your name? Why do you live alone? This is a beautiful place. No, Onion, no. There are many millions of people in the world who drink tea. You think she's British? Which nation on Earth drinks the most tea per person? Like, you know, per capita type thing? It's obviously like, you know, a bigger country. I mean, like, America might import more tea than Britain, but Britons drink more tea than Americans, if you like. So, it is, in fact, as far as I can remember, the United Arab Emirates. They drink a lot of tea. No alcohol, I guess. I think India exports the most. Maybe it's changed, but you know, it's a couple of years ago. This is one of those factoids that you kind of pick up. Yes. So, pretty much, FK. Pretty much. This is a beautiful place. Winch. Okay. This is a beautiful place, you remark. Watching the river outside the door plunge away over the cliff face. It's atop the crystal waterfall, she says. The river runs right under my house. They say it carries all my goodness and youth away while I sleep, and the villagers bathe in it for luck. She giggles meanly. I'm sure it isn't quite true. What's your name? Why do you live alone? Drink the tea. Now, normally British people will just be like, drink the tea! Fucking drink the tea! Because we'd rather drink tea than make idle conversation, especially with the stranger. But clearly our character isn't British, so... It's like, it's poison. Yeah, I know, but I'd rather be poisoned than make small talk with a stranger. Thank you very much. What's your name? Why do you live alone? Drink the tea. Hello, Narima. What's your name? They call me Gazamoon. Gazamoon? He replies with a smile. I used to be quite well known, in my way. You nod, but you've never heard of her. So you can ask finally, why do you live alone? Or, drink the tea. How have you been, Narima? Gaza. Yes. A large concrete otter. That'll look good in the garden. Oh, it's a draw. Nightbot. Wait. Okay. Why do you live alone? It must be more dangerous. Oh, no one bothers about me. Why would they? You can't help but notice she has not answered the question. You make to sip your tea when the old woman stops you, catching your arm before the cup reaches your lips. Oh, she says suddenly, I've forgotten the pot. She goes back to the kitchen to fetch it. Do you drink your tea, switch the cups, or make a run for it? Like, this is freaky. I ain't staying here. I'm off. Shattered. Okay, yeah, so took it out of you, but worth doing. Well, I guess you won't be sticking around too much longer. Mind you, we're only going to be going for another half an hour or so hopefully you'll stick around for it. But, hopefully this will be a nice, relaxing time. Yeah, maybe not, actually. Anyway, let's read this again. So, there we go. Twitch cups. While she's away from the table, you switch the two cups around. When she returns, you lift the one closest to you and drink. A sudden, deep pain grips your stomach, and you double over. What's happening? You wince and cough as you find yourself seizing up. Oh, suspicious stranger, laughs the woman. I can count on travelers suspecting my witchcraft. I'll kill you. Please, release me. No, it'll only count for spells, won't it? This isn't a spell. This is some kind of poison. Please release me. You try to shout out, but you are paralyzed and quite powerless. The old woman begins to search through your bag. Jan flits about in some distress, unsure what to do. Then, with a coo of delight, she pulls out the spell page you were given by the old man in the tree, like 3,000 years ago. My book, she cries. The missing page. Why didn't you tell me you had my missing spell? She hurries off into the kitchen and returns with a cup of liquid, which she pours into your half-open mouth while chuckling, stroking your head. It is an antidote, and you feel your body slowly unfreeze. Finally, she slaps you to bring you around. What is the spell? You can ask. The spell that was been carrying around since pretty much the start. Or who was the old man? So the old man we met, to give some context of this. Here. That's where we met the old man. Freaking there, in that tree. And then we've gone all this way, all around there, all up here, all there, in there, there, around here, through over there, and here. And finally, might have been by coffee. He might have been. Who was the old man? A rogue and a bandit, she replies, spitting. 4 days ago, I was visited by a traveller such as yourself. But when I was away making the tea, as I always do, he started leafing through my book and tore out a page. He must have been a wizard of power because he vanished almost too fast for me to curse him. What curse did you cast? Or will you uncurse him now? So we found him up a tree. I don't know if contrived is the right word. What's contrived about it? He did warn us against the elves, didn't he? Though that wasn't really... That's why we took one route as opposed to the other one. Oh, so how she's... So not particularly the page in the book, but... how she suddenly trusts you. Yeah, I'm with you on that, I guess, yeah. What curse did you cast? Well, you saw him, he replies. I aged him. Didn't stop him escaping, though. She fusses with the page, preparing her spellbook with some gentle magic, which she can cast around the minimap, but never mind. Shall I show you how useful the spell is, she says. Please? What do you mean? Or... No. Now, the spell that we found, it was 2 letters, and we couldn't match it to any page in our spell book, so it might be a new spell. Yeah, I'm curious as well, but it's whether people other than you and I are curious, Prince Igor. People are curious. We might learn the spell. Please? My pleasure. Jan begins to squeal and screech and make some awful noises about what wonderful friends you are, but it doesn't stop the old lady casting her spell. The minimite vanishes. You feel a flow of magic through your body. Thank you. Where is he? Well, that got dark. Maybe we should have asked what the spell does before we asked her to cast it. Maybe that would have been an idea. Maybe. And I guess that spell works when he's around. I know. I know. Where is he? Okay. Where is he? Is he dead? The old woman shakes her head. No. Oh no. But with any luck you won't see him again. You nod at that and leave her hut. What? What? Okay. Right. I'm not sure what we got out of that, I gotta say. I mean, we did feel a surge of magic. I don't know what I'm looking for in here. I wouldn't know if anything new was here. Let's go right to the end and see if there's something. Now, Zed, one that we've always possibly been able to cast, but never been able to because no one knows what it does. Well. Okay. We're not going to finish this session anyway. It is now late afternoon. Pass over the brow of the next hill. Below you is the village of Torrepani, slung from one side of the valley to the next like a flood barrier. Would you like to... That's true, FK. Yeah. Observe it or approach. But yeah, we do get to cast spells again. But no, that was a little bit random, wasn't it? Yes, I know. I mean, to be fair, we just say, yeah, okay, cast a spell. So, alright, let's observe the village. Torrepani is a village of the Svin, an aggressive-looking race of Manorcs. You might expect their village to be rowdy, but it seems strangely quiet. You have to go through. You enter the village. There's a definite air of depression hanging over the place. The Svins are going about their business slowly and miserably and pay you no heed. You sit yourself down on a tree stump in the very center of the village and consider your options. Would you like to find an inn? Would you like to make contact with the villagers first? Oh, a formal thingy. Oh, I see. Yep. That's a good point, actually, Star. It's very thorough of you. We have 8 gold pieces. We have 8 out of 18 stamina, so we're pretty beat up. 8 gold is a reasonable amount. I don't think you ever have a lot in this, so I'd say 8 was fairly, I wouldn't say rich, but, you know, healthy. Okay, find it in. There are 3 inns in the village, but 2 are closed down, their windows boarded, and their thatched roofs rotting through. So I guess that means there's 1 inn in the village, doesn't it? There aren't 3 at all. But okay. The 3rd looks little better, but at least its door is open. And the smell of well-cooked food drifts out. From a sign by the doorway, it seems that food costs 3 gold pieces, and a bed for the night costs 5. Blimey. Go inside or save your gold. That is fairly expensive. That's the most expensive we've had so far, but this is the biggest settlement we've been in for quite a while. So that's really strange, that, isn't it? Well, there's 3 inns in the village, but 2 are closed down. It's like, well, so how many inns are there? 1. I guess it's just saying that, you know, the place maybe has seen better days. That's what he's trying to get across. Just not written particularly well. Should be like, you know, at one time you can see that this place had 3 inns, but now there's only 1 left, rather than this, I don't know. But yes, that is quite a lot of gold. But we're there's no point having gold if you're dead, right? So let's go inside. You push open the door, which is already open, and step into the dim interior. A rat scurries over your foot and disappears into a corner. An elderly Sphinx lady, bent double, stands by the counter, tapping a long curved fingernail at the bar top. What do you want? She snaps. A room? Just a meal? Or a room and a meal? Which is like, all that gold, but... It's up to you guys, you know. Again, our stamina is pretty low. We're reaching the end of the book, but I don't know what's going to happen, like whether we'll get a chance to increase our stamina anyway. But we could have got a sword for like 2 or 3 a few sessions back. Which you guys passed up. Which I wasn't particularly thrilled about, I have to admit, but you know, because I've got to do the fights. Just a meal, please. Okay. Count out 3 gold pieces, but don't hand them over yet. What are you cooking? Rat broth, and if that's not good enough for you, you can give up your hopes for better. She jerks her fingernail towards a dark back room. Go there, and I'll bring it to you. Was it just a room? 5 foot. Oh, just right. I can go back. I can go back. There's a lot of numbers and stuff there. I'll just replay the bits that we've already done. Find it in. Go inside. A room. Oh yeah, 5 votes. Yeah, I missed that bit. You pay 5 gold pieces. And the eldest Finn looks coldly back. What? Our food not good enough for you? So you can say, buy a meal as well. It's too expensive. Or, it smells like boiled rat. Which now, because of our out of character knowledge, we know that it is. But you still can sell. You can buy a meal as well. Yeah. You may say it's too expensive. You may just buy it. It's kind of a hard sell. That's true. We do already have food, but not allowed. Or it smells like boiled rat, but we know that it is, so... I think we're going to know what reply we got there. Also, you know, rat might taste alright. Not really food that I've seen anywhere. I feel like she won't appreciate brutal honesty. I don't know, but she might. I mean, she is pretty brutal and honest herself, so... But it's one of these, you know, can dish it out but can't take it sort of people, I reckon. Too expensive. You won't find cheaper, she replies, but if you'd rather starve, it's your choice. She waves her hand towards the staircase in the corner. Well, we've got our own food, so... with the last suspicious look at the LD Sven, you head upstairs to the inn's one empty room. The night closes in, and the room has no candles. Then you hear footsteps on the staircase outside. Take position by the doorway. Wait and pretend to sleep. Ignore it. Probably nothing. Might be nothing. I'd like it if it was nothing, to be honest. I'd like it if it was... It might be, actually, to be fair. But it also might be an opportunity. Who knows? I don't. Jump out of the window. Yeah, that's not really any of them, is it? We're going to wait and pretend to sleep. Okay. You lie still, pretending to sleep, but listen hard. The footsteps reach the door. The door hinges creep open. Yeah, there's no lock. Leap up and attack? Or... Well, not really stay hidden, is it? But pretend to sleep a little while longer. Maybe. It still might be, Snore. It still might be. Footsteps reach the door hinges creep open. Could be a Nazgul. Probably isn't. Might be. I hope we sleep with that sword. That's a good point. I went for. How's it going? Yeah, we're gonna just wait. Oh dear. You wait a moment longer, your breath short and shallow, hoping they will not notice that you are waiting. Don't know how that makes any sense. The first spin enters the room, followed by another, then a third, then a fourth, then a fifth, then a sixth! Before you can move, you are overpowered. The creatures grabbing at your ankles and arms until you are hoisted up. They carry you bodily out the door, down the stairs, bumping and bruising past the cracking landlady who shrieks, "That's the one! I knew when I saw her!" and out into the cold street. Where are you taking me? See what happens. Pray to your spirit for aid. Okay, so our spirit is currently a gorilla, as we can see up here. Now, at certain times in the story, the game will allow you to pray to your animal deity or whatever, and it may or may not help you depending on the situation and how long it's been since last time. And it has been a while since last time. But if we use it now, we won't be able to use it later. Probably for the rest of this book at least, you see. So, but we're going to pray to my spirit for aid. In a whisper, you begin to pray to your spirit, the gorilla, for aid. Nothing happens immediately. When you reach a low hut, you are thrown to the earth. Your arms and legs are released. Perhaps your spirit has heard you. You cannot be sure. But now you have summoned the powers above. They will not help you again. We are captured. I don't know whether that helped or not. The door is slammed and locked. A moment later it reopens and your possessions are thrown inside. Wait to see what happens. Try to sleep. Eat something. So we have been captured and thrown and just like tossed there. But they're not going to kill us, are they? Because they've put our... So why bother? I gotta wonder. Because we weren't going to go anywhere. But they've captured us. Wouldn't it be fun, amusing, like, you know, I suppose if it turned out that they actually have just thrown us into like the nicer hotel that we didn't see, and it was like, no, this is an honoured guest. We need to put them in better accommodation. They just don't really know how to go about it. So, but they've actually thrown you in this really nice hotel room. You just haven't checked. Anyway, we're gonna eat something. Stamina goes up. On your knapsack, you pull out a ration of your food and eat it. Nothing else happens. Do you want to wait and see? Or would you like to try and sleep? That sucks, Narima. I don't know. As you know, it's as a streamer now, you know how powerless the streamer is. I was so warm today, how can it be freezing? Ah, yes. Very good. Nap time. Figuring they will probably now wait until daylight, you put your head down to sleep. Your dreams are filled with grasping hands and long dark nails scratching at your flesh, and however much you toss and turn on the floor, you can't quite get them out of your mind. Nice! Daybreak. You are still alone. An hour passes before you hear any noise outside, and then the door to the hut opens and 5 Svins come in. They drag you roughly out and across the street to another hut, where an old man sits with grey hair sits. He's wearing an outlandish, colourful robes. My name is Proceus, Chief. He slaps his chest twice. I apologise. Then he bows, brushing the dust on the floor with his sleeves. Okay. Rush him. Tell me what you want. Apology accepted. Well, he apologized, so that's good. I guess. Oh, tell him what you want or apology accepted. Nightbot will decide. Someone does a quote. Right. A cabbage is the best part of Nerim. Okay. Well. Difficult one to decipher that. A cabbage is the best part of Nerim. Yeah, I'll put it up tonight, Namra. Well, I'll upload it overnight. I suppose that's what it is. Okay, well, yeah, well, right. I'm going to put apology accepted. I just think that's... So I'll be ready tomorrow for you, Irma. Apology accepted? I do. The chief nods. He waves to a menial who brings in bread and milk. Would you like to eat it or leave it? Well, it's just bread and milk, isn't it? I mean, what could possibly go wrong with eating things? Well, you know, we did offer things that when people have offered us things in the past, we've not accepted them. You know, we did have the chance of free tea. And took, well, we didn't turn it down, but you know, we were suspicious. We're gonna eat it. Stamina gone up. Gratefully, you bolt down the meal. It does not seem to be poisoned, and it nourishes you. The ball is removed, and the chief squats down in a pool of cloth. I have need of you, and your strength. I will help if I can. Tell me, or I will kill you. Thanks for the food, but now you die. You have only strengthened your enemy, sir. I like that. I will kill you. All right. Tell me. I shall. My daughter, my child, she is taken, offered to a terrible demon below. She deserves it. You want me to rescue her? I'll try or die trying. So, we can... She deserves it. Or, yeah, so we could be like evil, neutral, or good, basically. In this. When I play Tyranny, I am going to be a git. I am going to choose those choices. I hope. Maybe. Gotta finish Pillars of Eternity first, though. I suppose. Somebody wanted it. Somebody wanted to try it, and I respect that. I respect that. You want me to rescue her? Chief nods. Succeed and you may choose your reward. Fail and... well, you'll be dead anyway. Hello, Mario. Save yourself or I'll do it. How is Mario? You doing good? How was that? Come into the cool, get yourself a nice cold drink. Chill by the stream for a while. Hello, Mojo. Yes, indeedy. We'll listen to some scary music. Because it's kind of, you know, nice and subtle in the background, and I know that it's not going to get muted on YouTube, so... Save yourself or I'll do it. You guys are very nice, aren't you? I hope you will. He gestures to the other Sphinx who, still taking no chances, grab you by your arms and haul you to your feet. Okay. A crack in the ground. You are led along a short pathway through the forest to a crack in the ground. One Sphin has brought a rope, another a basket. They are preparing to lower you down into the pit of the earth itself. You will try and get away at this point. You will pay me richly for this, we can say, even though they're probably not going to be bothered at this point. Or take the adventure. You know what, FK? I remember it as well, and I'm kind of dreading it, to be honest with you. To be honest, no, we don't have a choice. I tried to get out of this fight about 3 years ago during the charity stream, and you can't, because this is the end of the book. You have to go down and fight the Manticore. Sorry, demon. So I'm telling you now, all these choices are arbitrary and kind of pointless. We're going to go through it anyway, because that's the game. But we will end up fighting it. And it's a tough fight. And I've got 14 freaking stamina. Hopefully we'll get to the stage where I'll at least attempt it. And then I'll see about maybe replaying some of the game off camera so I get more stamina. I'm not sure. Oh, you know what? I didn't change the game, did I? That was a bit silly of me. A bit late now, of course. This is called Sorcery, or more specifically, this is Fighting Fantasy, a Fighting Fantasy game book, which is basically a book in which you are the adventurer. This is the digital version of it, and this is book 1 of an epic adventurer called Steve Jackson's Sorcery. I have not played through all 4 books. I have only ever played this one. We're going to take the adventure. You wait until they are ready, then step into the basket. Chief nods to you with respect. Watch the darkness, he declares as they start to lower you down. You hit the floor with a thud and peer into the darkness. Your eyes can make out nothing, but a slight breeze suggests endless space in all directions. You are blind, helpless, and trapped. Something clatters to your feet from above. One of the Sphinx shouts something down to you. Feel around on the ground, or feel for the walls. I've changed it now. I mean, why couldn't they just have put the thing that they threw down at us in the basket as we were lowered down? Feel around on the ground. You crouch down and feel around at your feet until your hand closes on the base of something. You pick it up. It's a drywood torch. Something else falls from above and strikes your head. Tinderbox, calls the voice. Would you like to feel around for the tinderbox? Or curse whoever hits you? Yeah, why not frickin' just give us the light before we go down there? It's very, very silly. Very silly. What are you guys gonna do? You're gonna curse? You're gonna be like, oi, stop dropping stuff on me head. Or are you just gonna feel around for it? Damn it, wrong one. I don't think it matters. You hurl a curse upwards. The Sphinx, despite their concern over the missing tribe member, laugh. The sound echoes like water between the walls. We're gonna feel around for it. Okay, that didn't actually matter too much. Hello, Inferno. How was your stream? How are you enjoying Fallout 1? Strike the lights and the torch blazes into flame. Below. Okay, so we've still got some other stuff to do. You can see now you're in a large cavern, wide and deep. The far end, passageways disappear to the left and right. Through an uneven rockfall at the far end of the cavern, you hear a murmur. You know what? I think we should have stopped then. We'll stop it. We'll stop now. Not now, but you know, I'm thinking that was a good time to stop because I'm thinking we should press on, but at the same time, there might be more to this than I remember. So, but you know, it is 10, so I'm thinking that there's probably more to this than there's probably like an hour left. So, like playing around with ranged weapons, never did that before. No, I'm surprised you found one fairly early. Or you find like a pistol, maybe? Anyway, good. Glad you're enjoying it. So we'll keep going, but I'm trying to find the next break to stop. Whatever I thought it would have been then, but I wouldn't have known it would have gone into this. I thought it might have gone straight into the boss fight, so it's good to know. What do you do? Yes, Mojo. That's I'm gonna start doing that. Because I remember in the second game, slight spoiler warning, but in the second game I went for big guns, and it took me freaking ages to find a big gun. It was a bit of a change. We're going to listen by the rocks. You clamber over the rocks at the edge of the cavern to investigate the sound. It is a whimpering coming from the other side of the pile of stones. The Sphin Girl, perhaps. She came in this way, but the cave-in is blocked off. But the cave-in blocked off her path. You have to find another way to reach her. So go left or go right. Okay, we'll keep going, Snarl. Fine. These are kind of awkward, aren't they? Because no, it's okay. Because there's nothing to go on. Like, we have no point of reference about which is better, left or right. So, unless you want to make it political. So normally D&D rules always go left. I guess we'll find out. Normally these are pretty okay. Go left because they're pretty even, but go left and creep slowly towards into the darkness. Ears straining for the sound of approaching threat. The passage rises up a gentle incline. At the top, a thick crystal seam glitters in the torchlight, and the tunnel ends in a T-junction. You can look at the crystal, which the crystals have helped us before, the crystal waterfall and all that. Turn back, or go left, or go right again. So this seems like a fairly extensive dungeon that we're approaching. Peer into the crystal, see the future. The dark crystal. It's not a dark crystal, though. Yeah. One person's like, no, we're leaving. But everyone else is like, no, look into the light. The seam seems to be made of pure diamond. There's no doubt. It was no doubt in quest of this that these tunnels were carved. But why is no one mining here now? Probably because of the demon that we already know about. Want to dig out the crystal? Which is a diamond. It's not a crystal. Would you like to turn back? Would you like to go left? Or to go right? We'll probably resolve this one at least. Seems to be made of pure diamond. Wow. Always struck it rich. I mean, what we're going to dig it out with is kind of a question that I'm going to raise a little bit here. Claw it with our hands. Chip away at the diamond with our sword. I can see that not being a great idea. It's not a crystal, it's diamond. I'm just, you know, saying. Just putting stuff out there, you know. Diamonds, FK. Riches. Oh, a draw. Dig out the crystal got 4, and go left got 4. So, Nightbot, what do you say? I'm probably the only person ever to have a quote in someone else's quote list. Cyber Director Freedom, 2017. I don't know whether that's true though, Mojo. I mean, it'd be pretty sad of you to try and sway the thing, but you know, someone could just say that. See what I mean? So I don't want to start like doing that, if you see what I mean. Probably the only person ever to have a quote in someone else's quote list. I do kind of believe you, but then people could just start doing that if they really wanted to sway things, so I'm just not going to go down that route. I don't think that would happen, but it could, and it's just meh. We're gonna go left. No, because the whole point of the Nightbot thing was that we didn't flip a coin. We asked Nightbot, what would Cyber do? No. Cyber would go left. He wouldn't care about the crystal. He'd go left. We're going left. I mean, if Cyber was here, we'd ask him. But he's not, so. Yeah, I know, Mario, but then it's just what we're gonna do, okay? That's what we decided. A couple weeks ago now. You took the left passage. You walk down the passage for several minutes, then slip in some dirt, and the ground beneath your feet gives way. I know. You plunge into a hidden path and land on something soft. A lucky escape, or look around. I don't know how a lucky escape is a choice, really. Like, I don't know where that's going to lead. Equally, look around. Well, pretty obvious. A lucky escape? I mean, well, it was, yeah. You know, we could have fallen into a pile of spikes and died. We didn't, but I don't know. I'm kind of gutted that you guys didn't pick a lucky escape, I gotta say, because I wanted to know where that went. But look around. I mean, the look around is sensible, so bravo for that. Good stuff, Mojo. But we're gonna look around. Oh. You're in a bit of stakes. You're in a pit of snakes. Not counting your luck, you look around. And sure enough, you are out of the frying pan and into the reptile den. You're in a pit of snakes. Use magic. Pray to my spirit. Try something else. Use magic. Alright, let's see what spells we've got. And something else. Well, that'll be an item. So something else. Like, I don't know what... we've still got the sword. We could feed them some rations. Treasure, we've got... So we don't really have anything, you know? Magic items. We've got these, and these are for spells. So... Yeah, you get to vote. Absolutely, you get to vote. I'm just, Do you want to know what spells that we might want to cast? You might be able to cast, because it says, as you can see, use magic. Do you know these spells? No, I don't. No, that's why I was going into the spell book to check them. They maybe want to ward off snakes. Exactly. So if you guys would let me, I'd like to go and check that if you don't mind. I don't think there's one specifically for snakes though, but we could create a protective force field with FOF. That could be an option. Could be. Makes creatures clumsy. There's no intelligent creatures to be controlled with law. Yeah, I see that. I see that as well. Because it says creatures, but whether it only affects one creature, let's check it. Casting a spell, an unintelligent attacking creature allows the caster to take control of the attacker's will for a short time. So whether we can do that and, yeah, at one creature, or whether a group of creatures, because the game is kind of obscure with things, you know? But it's a pit of snakes, which means obviously, yeah, snakes is plural. So, so it's either going to be the force field to keep them like away, or law. Probably. I mean, we can explore that if that is what you guys choose, but that's the sort of stuff that we're looking for, which is why I went into that before. You know, praying to your spirit probably isn't gonna work. And try something else, I don't know. That's why I thought I'd go into that. So you guys are making like a more educated kind of choice. That would be cool, Sel. I'd like that. Okay, so use magic. You ready a spell? Okay. So law is there. And now it says creatures. That'll be it, won't it? You cast a spell and feel the snakes come under your command. Order them back. Order them to help. Doesn't say how long the spell lasts or anything. It's very obscure. I mean, maybe you just put the idea in their heads to help, and that just kind of sticks there, even though the spell runs out, essentially, because it's just they just think it was their idea. So, I don't know. Yeah, I've used spells before. We've used this spell, actually. Quite a bit. It's quite a useful one. We used it earlier in the stream as well, to cast lightning. Well, we tried to cast lightning. Oh, this. Well, it's really obscure, Mojo. I mean, once we cast it on a weird bear-like creature, and we cast it on it, and it just kind of like wandered off. So we just avoided it. Order them to help. This isn't really like a set thing. The game is very kind of free flowing and depending on what the writer wanted, basically. Basically, yes. You command the snakes to approach. They slither nearer and nearer, and then they begin to climb the walls, holding themselves erect until they form a living ladder that stretches up the passage above. You want to climb it quickly? Oh, so this is actually get out of the snake pit. That makes sense. So the snakes have combined to make a ladder. You know how I feel about ladders. And now this ladder is made of snakes. Do you want to climb it quickly or test it? Yes, FK. Snakes and ladders. Snake ladder. Although for Americans it's chutes and ladders, isn't it? Which is wrong. Slides and ladders? What on earth? Climb it quickly. Alright, scoot up. You steal your courage. Oh, here we go. You get another choice. You get another chance. You steal your courage and climb quickly back up to the tunnel above. Okay. So, we didn't get anything for that. We just lost 3 stamina. But we didn't die. So, back on firm ground, you watch as the spell leaves the snakes and they tumble, snapping, hissing, and hungry back to the cavern floor. So I guess it doesn't last that long. You are soon back by the crystal seam, where a side passage opens to the right. Yeah, that makes sense. So, we didn't get bit, that's true. Dig out the crystal. Go straight on, which is essentially left. Or go right, which is back to the entrance. No, side passage. The side passage is opens on the right. No, that's the way we came initially. I know, Nairama. I know. Just that annoying bit where we're getting towards the end of the book, and people are sort of engaging with this and stuff. So we're gonna dig out the crystal. Let me just reset the music. You try to pry some diamonds loose from the incredible seam in the rock, but your sword is not up to the task, and you would only make it blunt. You could perhaps return with a proper pick, but only if you can escape the tunnels first. Alright, this is confusing. Turn back, go straight on, go right. I don't know where we're facing now. No, wait a minute. Wait a minute, no. Yeah, alright, turn back. That's it. Turn back to the snake pit. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah, turn back to the snake pit. Why? Thank you, Dental Mace, for joining. Go straight on or go right. Now, go right is going back down the tunnel towards the T-junction where we initially came in. You like? Oh, to the snake pit again. You idiot. It might be. It might do that, you know. It might. Well, it won't. But I'm wondering how the game would, whether it would just like repeat exactly the same encounter. All right, we're gonna go straight. Okay. You push on. Here the cave system widens. Pendulous stalactites hang from the ceiling, as if about to fall and skewer you into place. You skirt between them, following a thin, safe path until a passageway appears on your left. Go left, go straight on. So it's just going to branch out forever. I don't know. I don't know. bit weird. Strange language. Stalactites aren't often moving, are they? Go left. Oh! God damn it. Alright, hang on. Oh. I think I might have to stop it there, you know, because I'm making mistakes and getting tired and stuff. But what we'll do is, we'll just go left. We'll go right. And that's it. That's where we are. I hit the wrong button. Well, that's the only bit that I can... Because there's certain waypoints, you see? There's certain waypoints that I can reverse to. So in this way, we've just not dug up the crystal, and we've just not gone to the snake pit. So we've just kind of like, just metagamed a little bit. But I'm okay with that, quite frankly. I'm going to call it there. I just hit the wrong... I was getting careless, and I went straight on rather than left, so... best to... I don't think that matters, Spaz. I don't think that matters at all. So I will call it there. Thank you, Mario. I appreciate that. Right, if you're watching on the V streams, thank you very much for watching. See you next time, I hope, for the conclusion of the Shamutanti Hills. Toodaloo.